What's up, Lewis? You here, brother? Oh, I'm waiting for my coffee to make. I wasn't planning on doing this. Uh, been busy the last few days. Anyone here? I'm waiting for my coffee. I need some coffee. I'm tired. Tired. Need my spectacles too. My glasses is dirty. Hold on. What's up, Mr. Robert? Let's see if anyone wants to come up. Get a couple people up as long as the internet holds up. Like I said, I'm waiting for my coffee. John just texted me like 30 minutes ago, asked me if I was going live tonight, and I told him no. So we might have a good evening. I wasn't planning on coming out and doing a live tonight. I might have to step away for a little while. Sheena's at work. She'll be getting off in a little while. They got parades all over for Mardi Gras. And hey, Mr. Robert, come on up. I might have to step off of here and help her with some direction she's not used to. Been here for 10 years, but when the parades are going on, oh, my glasses are bad. I'm getting bad. Hey there, F&P Farms. Put the link in the description if anyone would want to come up. Powder Garden, how's it going? Been working a lot the last few days. I tell you what, I changed the floor on my little trailer, my little tank trailer that I'm putting together to be able to carry the water back and forth for my greenhouses here in town. Push everyone to go live, but he isn't. What's up with that? He says he doesn't like to host them because he gets confused or something. I'm not sure. But I had to cut a piece of iron off the back, and after I finally got it off, I took it through a little piece of iron, and I sliced my fingers really good. Especially that one right there was deep, almost to the bone. Today I was doing some PVC pipe gluing it together, and I tell you what, that PVC glue cleaner, you find every cut you got on your hands. Lord, that stuff burned. Oh, but we got the trailer's almost ready. We're going to be bolting the pump down possibly tomorrow. Did get the greenhouses all cleaned, and tomorrow morning, bright and early, we're going to start right at 200 plants we have to put in the greenhouse. I think it's 187, 188 total. We're going to be putting how to garden FP. So yeah, that's wasn't really planning on this. I did go purchase all the plants I'm putting in the greenhouse from a local nursery. They're way further along than where I was. It was a good meetup when I went purchase it. The lady that was in there was nice enough to tell me when they start their seeds. So I have a lot better idea for next year when to start my seeds to, if I can keep them alive. I have a lot better idea of when to start them to have the proper size to be able to put them in the greenhouse, like where they are. Sure. So, Mr. Robert, I enjoyed your live stream last night. It was really nice. It was good. The Rims live stream also was great. It's good to get on there and have a little bit of time, not be sleeping. I've been able to sleep a little bit later lately, so catching a few more live streams, catching a few more videos, trying to ease down and slow down. I don't want to get as cranked up and stressed out as I was last year. Smart, but I'll be right back. Again, let me go ahead and share this again. If anyone would like to come up, promote their channel, talk about their channel, talk about what they have going on, got questions about the hydroponics. If you want to know how to kill seedlings, I'm the man to do it. 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me my coffee. So, right, I am back. We normally try to do the bad karaoke one day a month. We wasn't able to do it. Well, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say we wasn't able to. I don't want to be working outside tomorrow. Oops. Don't want to be working outside tomorrow, planting all those tomatoes in the greenhouse, hungover or still drunk. So part of the thought process is not to do the bad karaoke, because if I do the bad karaoke, I'm gonna get bad drunk again. Oh Lord, the Marsha's here. John, I heard Mr. Robert has like 25 people for Shed Wars, and you have yourself. Oh, and you was talking all that crap last night on Rims. Why don't you come up here and talk to me like that? Talking all about me. Then you trying to poke, make fun of my sis, Garden Warrior Q. Lewis.
Hey, Cajun, my
How's
brother
it going,
from
Lewis?
My brother,
my Canadian cousin.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Coffee's so good, man. So good. You still got quite a bit of snow up there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a little front. No snow.
So how's Mardi Gras?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Mardi Gras. I've said it a lot before. I'm not a fan about being around all types of people, the big crowds, and just I'm not going to fight for some little trinkets and stuff. We used to have a little parade that would pass through town that the town would put on, and they got rid of that because everybody wants to be in the bigger parade. So I stay home for Mardi Gras. They're going crazy right now. Sheena's going to be leaving work in a little bit, and it's a really big parade, probably a 3.5 hour parade. So,
yeah.
But I do like the king cakes. The king cakes are good. The king cakes are really good. Yeah. Your indoor grow space is looking good. Your stuff you've been sharing.
Yeah. I got my pepper. I got to make another video. I got some peppers popping up.
That's good.
Give them about a week, and I can transplant them into their own containers.
Nice. I have, out of my peppers, I have the shishito pepper, something peach. It's a hot peach pepper, and then my California Wonders. Everything else didn't make it. Hey there, let's try gardening. I was going with 9 varieties of peppers this year, and only I have 3 varieties that made it after the big die off of all my seedlings. It looks like most of the plants I repotted or uppotted, they that looked like they were going to make it. Look like most of them will make it though. But man, I was devastated when I lost all those plants. That was horrible. Gear, what's up, brother?
Yeah, my one pepper plant, it's is going on its third year now.
Man, we tried that 2 years ago when we had the grow tent in the house, and
Yeah.
the peppers and everything was doing good. And then Sheena brought I had some dragon fruit on the porch, and it was getting cold, so she brought them in the house, and they were infested with aphids, and the aphids just killed everything. When I came in, it looked like sawdust on the plants.
Yeah.
Look, got another taker.
Oh, Lord. Oh, this woman is coming in with some fire. Hello, everybody.
What woman? I missed it. What's going on in the
Oh, let's try gardening. Sister from Oregon out there.
wait, I missed it. She say something? I'm bad with the chat.
Oh, hey, Lewis, how you doing?
She said hello.
I'm doing
Hi.
good.
Oh,
Just about ready to get the maple trees tapped. Hoping Shed Wars or what have you is gonna get started soon. I know you guys got your dates or whatever for Shed Wars, but I'd like that to always be my first video for Shed Wars.
Won't be long. I'm recruiting somebody right now also. Small, very, very small channel. I think 11 subscribers. Does grow nice things. Also small hydroponic setup outside. I'm trying to talk him into it right now.
trying to get your dad in.
No.
Get your pops in.
I'd love to get Pop. My dad, no, it's just not even. But Pop, yeah, I'd love to get him in it just for his accent and oh my God, explaining to him and talking to him. It's like the man's 78 years old. Love him to death, but it's like sometimes trying to explain him something, he gets it in his head. It's supposed to be a certain way, and oh my God, it's sometimes it's rough.
See, Bob's 78 years old, Cajun. He might get us thrown off the YouTube.
No, well, yeah. Yeah.
He got that few years on him.
I gotta there, Cajun, for I think it was you. You were doing a video of doing tomatoes where you cut them and transplanted them or something like that.
I was the pro tip I did where you just pull them out the trays and you set them on top of your 6 cells to up pot them, and you use a chopstick and you push them down.
Yeah,
super fast.
Yeah.
To
well, I've done that with in soil, right?
You got to use a soft, fluffy potting mix. I use Pro Mix to do it with. It can't be like some potting soils get real dense real fast when you put them in. So you have to watch to where you don't break the tomatoes when you're putting them in. But there's all kinds of different soils you're able to use to be able to do it. But the Pro Mix and those varieties work well for sure. If you make your own, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Because one of my cherry tomato plants, I cloned it, and it's got to be like 2-3 feet tall already in my green room.
Nice.
I overwintered it, right? So I was thinking I heard that you can overwinter tomato plants. Yes. So I gave it a try, and I took what you did for the cloning thing, but with dirt, right? And it's 2 or 3 feet tall now. So I got to thank you for that.
Yeah, you can easily clone tomato plants in the right environment, especially a little bit of humidity in the room and the right temperature, it takes off. John, you would not have fun with Pops. I would literally drive to your house and we'd have a conversation if you mess with my Pops. Just put it like that. Leave it alone. Pops is my pops. I'd let Colt handle my light work with you. Colt taking karate. You don't talk about Colt's pops.
I don't even see John. Is he in here? Where is he?
The Marsh is hiding. He's under a weird name.
I can't see him.
Can we clone Robert? Q wants to clone you, Robert.
Oh hell no! I'm in trouble with just one of me. Enough. I can't clean up the troubles that two of me running around out there.
You need to find you a good woman. I used to say the same thing. Since I found Sheena, I ain't got to worry about all that. You just need to find you a good woman, settle down.
A good woman?
Yeah. Don't say you need a Cajun because there ain't none in Cajun land.
I better not say nothing. A good
Sunday
woman?
Backyard Farmer, what's up, brother? Do what, Mr. Robert? One of my friends, well, he's my ex-brother-in-law. He was married to Sheena's sister up in Ohio. And he's like, man, you need to find me a good Cajun woman. I'll move down there. I'm like, I wouldn't do that to you, man. I would not do that to you. No, you can't handle that. It's like, whoo, man. They like to drink and party way too much. And they sassy, boy. Oh, yeah, I got me a good one. Cute. I'll volunteer to be a good woman.
I hear they're hard to find. Let me put it that way. A good woman's hard to find.
Well, I got lucky. Hey there, Gardner Josh. How's it going, brother? Yeah, I'm excited for Shed Wars. Very excited, or whatever the new iteration is going to be for the name. Everybody knows I was very upset with my seeds all dying off and everything, but I'm really excited about it again. Got over it, kicked the dog, the cat, and a few times, and talked to the people, and they got my mind straight again, and I'm ready to grow. I want to grow more this year than John's team does, which I won't count it all because I do sell some of it. But I want to produce more than John's whole team does on my own. Wow. That's my goal this year.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say I'm going to try to grow more than John's team, but I'm going to try to grow more than what I did last year.
Right.
For sure. I put a new garden bed in, and I got some more containers and tires for potatoes. So
I have right at 200 tomato plants to put in the greenhouse. And if it ever dries up and quits raining, I have another 220 that I saved from the die-off, the big seed die-off that I'll be putting out at the property along with my cucumbers and everything else like that. It just all depends if I'm able to get out there and get it tilled up. No gear. That is not true. Don't spread those vicious lies. I cannot be on John's team.
That's hurting right there, Gear. That's fighting words right there.
Sick cold on you, boy, with his karate chops. Yeah, I'm excited. I really am. It's going to be a lot of work this year, prepping. I have a couple Mollyton plants that I'm really excited about. The old man gave me 3 Mollytons, which is a vegetable pear, or a chayote. It's really big around here. Haven't had them in years. I like cooking with them in a rice and gravy, but the variety's been grown for 40 years. That old man's been growing off the same plants every year. He keeps them some and he keeps it going. So really excited to get those going. We have to build a trellis for that. I got to put my trellis up at the property for the cucumbers, and got to get all my water lines and everything ran. Have a lot of work over there to do, but we're gonna make it work.
Man, you gonna have a little kingdom down there. It's gonna be real nice for you. Real nice.
I'm hoping, and I've told you and John and a lot of others before. My thing is, I want to be able to grow all I need to eat and all my family needs to eat, That's my main goal. But when I retire at 85, I want to be able to have a nice little name saying, "Oh, look, he sells, really good tomatoes. That's where you go to get tomatoes," and or any other type of vegetable. But with the tomatoes, the last few years, that's taken off on its own, just from people stopping. Hey, you got any tomatoes to sell? Well, no, not really, but it's crazy.
And you're gonna have your blackberries going too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see you out there, in your retirement, out there with your blackberries. You get the juice out of it and everything, and you make your little wine. And then we got dust on the bottle time out there.
Oh yeah.
And you Frio Williams.
I do want to learn how to make blackberry wine. We do have. I was planning on taking the blackberries and having the front yard down this year and bringing them out to the property and transplanting them. But at the point I'm at now, I think I'm just going to wait. I have the other 100. I think it's 160 or 140 plants, or 80. I don't remember how many plants. It's a lot of freaking little plants. I have to plant.
How many plants?
I have 75 in the front yard that I need to transplant, or 80, and I think it's 80 or 85 of the small plants I have to transplant. I have them in little pots over here. I think it's 75 or 80 I have to transplant, and I already have 50 planted out there at the property.
That's a lot of blackberries, son. That's good.
I have it staked off already, and I have stakes in the ground 6 feet apart. We're gonna have 18 rows, and it's gonna be just over a quarter of an acre for the blackberry patch. So it's going to end up being close to, I think I had figured out 600 plants spaced out. It's going to end up being more than that as they fill in between the rows on their own. I also have some plants at Pops that I had bought years ago that I need to dig up and bring over there. I'm hoping to get that done Tuesday or Wednesday. I have I have 4 thorny varieties that I want to bring over there. Each of those are going to be on their own row. And then I have some thornless varieties that I need to bring over there. And again, the blackberries moving down the line, when I do retire, I would like to be able to propagate them and sell them. The varieties I have right now, I'm going to keep real good track. I'm not going to mix between the rows to where I might be able to sell a few blackberry plants. I do want to sell plants, regular seed started plants next year and things like that.
Once you got it going, it's the factory. The factory's growing. All you got to do is the time.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And Sheena's, we talked about it. There's opportunity at some point. The positions are filled right now, but she's thinking about taking a job on the weekend where she'll work the Saturday and Sunday. And if she does that, then she'll have a lot more time to help with the garden and the greenhouse and everything. So that's looking promising, and we like to do stuff together. It's unusual, but we like to spend time together. So that's also going to help us with that, working on all that and spending the time outside. And it's fun.
I just realized something, Danny.
What?
Made me feel good. I'm starting to feel a little bad about my place. But your plans to get all your blackberries together, get them growing, that will only approach half of what I've got here for blackberry. So I'm doing pretty well. The downside of that is I've got to remove mine so that I can have room to grow other things.
Yeah. We're looking at another lawnmower because the lawnmower I bought was bigger than what I expected, but the price was right on it, but it doesn't fit between the rows now. Thank you, Gear. And another thing, it's good to have Pop. Somebody showed up at his house the other day. He's like, told him, you getting ready to go scrap some iron? Yeah, it won't be long. Look, okay, I got something to throw on the trailer. An old Craftsman wagon you pull behind a lawnmower. An old Craftsman wagon like that. It's rusted out a little bit and it needs wheels. So for about $40, $50, putting two wheels on it, I'll be able to have me another wagon to drag around at the property.
There you go.
Yep. So I'm excited about that.
I've got a little gorilla cart that I've got to dig out of the weeds and the blackberries growing up around it now, and get that rehabbed. So probably all the tires on it flat as a flitter.
Well, we picked up a small gorilla cart last year at a yard sale for $3. And the guy's like, the tires are flat, they don't hold air. We've been having air in it the whole time since we picked it up. We filled it up 4 times in 1 week. We use it for the tomatoes. We put them between the greenhouses and we walk in, we fill it up. We filled it up 4 times in 1 week. It's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, how's it going, brother?
We got brother Eric in the house. The man I have been trying to get into Shed Wars for years. Since we started Shed Wars, I've been after this man. He's playing hard to get.
He done won it by himself 1 year with all that okra he had planted.
Okay.
He planted a lot.
Hey, that man knows how to grow some food now. But that okra caught up to him. That scared the crap out of that boy. He said, wow, what am I going to do with all this okra?
Yeah. He's like, man, my okra ain't doing nothing. I give it time, Eric. It's early. It won't start producing till your soil temperature's around 70 degrees all the time. He's like,
And when it turns on, it's on.
He sent me a message one day. Oh my God, it started working. I can eat a lot. Not that much, brother. Not that much, brother. Not at all.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember him worried about it too. Oh.
That's something we looking forward to planting at the property, putting us a patch of okra up, planting pink eye purple hulls, planting green beans, snap beans, or Zydeco beans. They're called Zydeco beans around here. We're looking forward to planting all that. Rule of thumb over here is you plant your beans. After your beans give out, take them out the ground and you plant your okra. That's when it's time to plant the okra, when the beans give out. That way the people you don't get started too early. You know, that's the rule of thumb. It's worked for years. So, we're going to be planting corn also. I have 3 varieties of corn. If it dries up, Eric, I really need it to dry up. It looks like in the next 21 days, we only have 2 days with 40% chance of rain. Everything else is lower than that. So I'm hoping that we can, just those 40% days, if it's just a little bit of rain, about the middle of the month, I'll be able to start turning some dirt over. And once the dirt starts turning, it won't take long to get to planting. Excited. I don't remember the names of the corn that I have. We're also going to try a late season corn also after we finish with everything in the garden. If we still have the energy, we're going to try to put in a second season corn right before the spring.
You can do it. You got the warm temperatures down there for a long time.
Well, this year would have been a great year to do it because we didn't get a super cold November. Normally in November, we end up with one cold front that comes down and kills everything.
Yeah.
And we didn't have that this year. We didn't get it until the middle of December. It was when we got the first, cold front that would kill anything. So it's you never know. You never know. It's like some years you run out drip tape in the garden to water everything, and you never have to turn it on because it rains so much. The year you don't run it, you have to go out there and water all the time because it's a drought. You never know what you're gonna have.
Now let me just make some recognition here. Down there in Southwest Louisiana, boy, you gotta love it, country. That down there, you've got a long growing season. It's a beast of a growing season.
It can be.
It can be, but now the man is sitting over there to your left or to your right, whichever way you look at it. That man has got a beast of a growing season in him. He is up in Canada, y'all. In Canada. And he is growing turmeric and ginger and a big old tomato plant up in his house. And it's like the tropics in there. He is growing some stuff year round in Canada.
Yep. He has about a day and a half of summertime up there.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a one come in November, and it hasn't gone away since.
Lewis has got some gardening knowledge. The man is a beast.
Yeah, my turmeric plants, they're going on 2 years now. This will be their this is their second year.
Let's see. That's good there. Same ones?
Yep, same ones.
Not
Yeah, because I'll harvest them and try to replant them if I can, right? Sometimes they'll two of them, the second one's got a second shoot popping up. And when I go to harvest them, I'll take some of the root system and one of the stalks and replant it.
You go. Turmeric is really fun for me to grow. And it does real good in the house. And people just don't understand. They think, oh, well, I can't grow any turmeric. It's too cold here. I'm like, no, you can grow turmeric. Just grow it in a container. Grow that all year long.
I don't know much about turmeric, what it's used for, or anything like that.
You can grow turmeric. You can grow ginger down there.
Yeah.
Down there, it'll be a perennial for you, easy. It's a perennial here. You just got to do a little covering of it, like a banana plant or something like that here, if you leave it in the ground. But further north of me, on up into Tennessee, and I want to say about the Kentucky area, somewhere up there, that might be the cutoff for turmeric and ginger. What you can do, I don't know. They do like the heat, but they cover them and then they uncover them when it gets warm. But
my nanny has the pine cone ginger. She has a mess of it at her house. It just, she planted a couple roots about 20 years ago, and it's been growing ever since. She's never taken any out. Somebody went over there, she'd found on Facebook. They went over there and picked up a 27-gallon tub about 5 or 6 years ago. And she said they didn't even dent in what she has. Like, oh my God. They selling that for $40, whatever they call it. The pine cone ginger on eBay and Etsy.
Wow.
For a little bitty old piece.
$40 for what they call it, tuber, for the rhizome.
Rhizome, that's it. $40 for a rhizome. Yep.
When I burned up everything in my greenhouse, I burned up a lot of turmeric and ginger, and some other stuff. But I had a lot of turmeric. But luckily, I gave a bunch of it away too. And there's people offering me back some cuttings and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
But Lewis up there? He's a monster. He's a Canadian gardening monster up there.
The Canadians got it going on. I tell you, when they're growing, the little bit of short season they have, they make some stuff.
That's right.
They make a lot.
Well, I did some research and it took me other than farming, you go plant 100 acres of corn or soybeans or fall wheat or whatever. That's the only gardening I ever really knew. And I kind of, when the pandemic hit, it I did a lot of research for your backyard gardening, right? Off of YouTube, off of gardening channels, this, that, and the other. And so I can't take all the credit, you know what I mean? I just I'm sharing what I've learned, you know what I mean? Even my mad scientist, my chemistry set of doing stuff, you know. I can't take credit for it. It's what other people have shared to me, and I'm just passing it along, you know.
That's how it is with the greenhouse. With my hydroponics, there's nothing I do with the hydroponics that I made up. It's all stuff that I've got from other people and just kind of put a couple different systems together to make it work better for me.
That's all we do. We learn from one another.
Yep.
And we have our own individual ideas and stuff that comes to us. It's like when we add that, we put it in a mix and we pass it on down to everybody else. That's life, and that's with everything, you know. That is with everything. There's what is the old saying? There's very few original ideas. We build on each other's progress over time, and hopefully we give that respect and everything to those people that came before us. Like whoever the first human being was, discover how to make fire on purpose. We owe that person a lot of respect and appreciation.
Yeah, for sure.
We're all using it, see?
Shoot. Last year I had one guy not associated with Shed Wars, but I did a couple of videos for Shed Wars, and he pointed out, well, you're doing this wrong, that wrong. No, I don't do the same system as you. And I was nice about it. You know, I just distanced myself from him. But not this year. Somebody got something to tell me about how I'm doing it wrong. I'm like, prove to me I'm doing it wrong. If I'm making more than you per plant, you know, I'm not going to say that, well, I produced this. Per plant, how many pounds of tomatoes you made? I beat you the last 3 years per plant. So if I'm doing it wrong, why don't you out producing me?
That makes it pretty simple, don't it?
Yeah, but it's hard, you know. People, some people are just weird. They're set on the way they do stuff. Hey, Sheena, how's it going, my queen? But I'm excited. Give us a few more tips on what's going on with Shed Wars, Mr. Robert. Like, what's the new name going to be? We got time. You can. Nobody's going to know. Tell us.
I'm distracted.
John's not here. Come on.
I know, but Sheena is. And she doesn't come in here and popped into the chat and let you know how much she loves you. Trying to get home to you. Right? And that's pretty awesome right there. And in the way my mind works, it takes me to a song, Danny.
Sing it.
Would you like to know what song is?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Now, it ain't all about that, but it kind of catches that flavor. I drove all night to get to you. Is that all right? Coming home to you, brother.
Coming home.
Coming home to you.
No. She says our song is the Gary Allan, Right Where I Need to Be. And then she always like, if we go places for karaoke, she's like, sing tight fitting jeans or the Baby's Got Her Blue Jeans on. I'm like, God dog it, you big booty thing. Stop. Let me sing the songs I want to sing. She sing it. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Well, look, the Marsha's back. He won't come up here and visit with us.
Where is he? I can't. He must be like John Cena. I can't see him in the chat.
I need to block him too. That would be nice.
I can't see him.
Oh, Homestead Aquarius, how sweet. See, you need a good woman to sing your pretty songs too. Peanut, what's up, brother?
I got to give me some coffee on the refill. Hang on.
You got to leave that alone. You're not going to answer that question. Oh, shoot. Come on, John. Look, here you go. Don't be popping up when Sheena finally gets home and try to come up here and talk then. Don't you be doing that. Oh, Lord. Oh, when do you start your seeds, Lewis?
Pretty much now. Pretty
No.
much now. Like the tomato plants, the baby tomato plants, I just transplanted about a couple of weeks ago or so. Pepper plants, same thing. And they're because turmeric and all that, you really don't grow up here unless if it's me or your experienced gardener, right?
Right.
Even them, because it takes about 8 months or so, 8 or 9 months for them. You can do it in the fall, right? When my growing season's done. It's like say, I don't know, November, December, you start your turmeric and ginger, right, inside and let it get established, and then I brung in my rosemary, I brung in my sage from the outside there. I started my basil already about a month ago. I'm about to get my once I transplant my pepper plants, I'm going to be getting my pot plants in the dirt to germinate, right? So
Right.
it's about the time where for certain plants that take longer or need to be established a little bit better. This is about the time where you start them. Potatoes, about mid-April-ish.
That's when you put them
Are
in
good
the
for
ground.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I just put my potatoes in the containers there about mid-April.
We do. The kids like doing the potatoes over here. They usually dry out or we forget to water them or something like that. So hopefully this year, having them at the property we'll be able to get a better haul from them. I started my sweet potato slips real late, so I'm going to try to find some of those to be able to plant out. But we do have some that's coming up. It's some small sweet potatoes, but they're supposed to be super sweet. So whatever I get off of those, I'm gonna I want to get some of it.
Yeah, stuff like my beets, carrots, peas, broccoli, beans, what else? Green onions, stuff like that. I just direct sow into the gardens, right?
Right. Yeah, that's the same thing with the beans here. I've grown beets one time before. I do want to grow them again because I love beets. But I do want to grow them. But I normally put them. The one time we did it, I did it in the fall, and they did really well.
Up here, I can, if I was smart about it, I can get 2 beet crops.
Yeah, we can get one out here in the spring, but most people don't want to put it because you only use it for yourself. Very few people, even trying to give it away, very few people want them. Nobody wants to process.
They taste like dirt. That's why.
Not if you. I love them sweet pickled in water. Oh my gosh! Quick story. I was dating this girl, and I was working all the time, and I was broke. I was on ramen noodles. It was after I got divorced with child support and everything. Her dad, we went, and her dad gave me a half gallon of pickled beets, and I was never a fan of the homemade pickled beets before, and I ended up breaking up with her. I got home one night. I was kind of drunk on a nickel beer, and I was hungry, so I went in there. All I had was the beets, so I took a bite. I ended up eating that whole half gallon. About a week later, I called her back. I'm like, hey, you want to go out? Went out, went visit her mom and dad. They gave me 2 more half gallons. I ain't never talked to her since. Just for them beets, I had to go back and get some more. But the sweet pickle beets, I love sweet pickle beets.
Yeah, I never really ate beets until, like, I ate them as a kid, but when I started gardening, and so beets are good in fiber and this, that, the other, and so I tried to pick some things I like, but like I said, for every couple of things I grow, I pick something I may not like as much,
right?
And do that because
you still want to learn how to grow it, even though you're not very overly enjoy it. You still want to learn.
It's not even that, right? Because I'd be growing like tomatoes, peppers, onions, and potatoes, and garlic, and that would be about it. Unless if it's like raspberries, strawberries, stuff like that, right? And that's not very much of a garden, right? And with some of the prepper channels and homesteaders, you got to have variety, right? So, okay, well, what else can I throw in there? You know what I mean? So I picked some beans and then some peas and some beets and stuff like that, right? To have a bit more of a variety.
Yep. Well, that leaves me out because all I've been growing the last 2 years is tomatoes. I've been killing everything else. Oh, Mr. Robert must have fell in the toilet. Oh man, we were cool.
I'm here. I'm just being quiet. I'm being quiet. See, because when I'm talking, I'm going to mess up. See, and gonna say stuff. They're going to be talking over you and not mean to.
Well, I have a serious issue with communication. I can't stop myself when I get to a point. I think somebody's going to stop talking. I start talking, and it's like, I'm like, go ahead. No, you. So, you go ahead and talk. I'm going to go outside and smoke for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, I'll tell you what. It has been. This is the time of year now. If it wasn't for Shed Wars, if it wasn't for the things that we do on YouTube and everything, and I do, this time of the year would see me out there working and getting my garden and doing something on my land. This time of the year right now that we do Shed Wars, it gets busy as it has since we started. With folks wanting to talk and emails coming in and people asking questions. And I got a bunch of stuff happening, bunch of stuff going on. And I don't even get to do a whole lot of the videos that I want to do. I get so bogged down with everything else, trying to keep up and support. But it gets busy. Doing some voice work for a man named Devil Dog. Devil Dog, y'all probably all know him. Devil Dog. Yeah. I'm doing a little voice work for him, me and some other guys, and I've got to get that done. A lot of times, people, it's like we got to get this stuff done. I'll probably do that tonight or maybe tomorrow in the morning. Oh, but it gets busy, and it's busy. But what are we gonna do for Shed Wars, Daddy? Brother,
we're gonna learn something and grow.
The changes, brother. The stuff we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, I'm just letting him fester in the bottom. He's here. The Marcia is here. I'm letting him fester.
We're gonna take the old model, right? It was running, it was okay and everything, but we got some ground effects we're gonna put on it. We're gonna lower it to the ground. We got some oh hell, he's on here.
Yeah.
What's up, John?
What's up, Robert? Hi, Danny.
I can finally see you.
Hi, Louis.
Hey, John, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, John, I haven't
Hey,
said anything naughty to you. Mr. Roberts' training has been doing well.
I've been here the whole time. I've been listening.
You tried to do
I got
it
a new
last year.
mic. I got a new mic. How's the sound? All right.
Yeah, it doesn't pick up your pepper pump.
I thought it was my penis pump.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
Oh. What? I got here and Robert left?
I told you, Mr. Roberts' training's been working on me. Similar like a gumbo. So, how you been doing, John?
I've been doing good. I ended up hurting my back again this afternoon, carrying a cinder block down the basement.
What
I
the
knew
hell?
I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, and sure enough, I tweaked my back a little bit.
You were sure talking last night. You told me not to start, and then you started.
I was just rebuttaling back to what was being said to me
By who?
by you and by especially Gardening Warrior Q. She managed to get herself one live. She got fired, and last night she got suspended. She just don't learn.
She got fired. So, give us a little scoop on what's happening with Shed Wars, John. Mr. Robert won't do it.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't have all the details. I know more or less what Robert's doing, but I don't. Robert is the one that has the details, full details on that. I mean, I'm very limited to what I do kind of know, so it's not my place to really say much about it.
Hey, Miss Tammy, how you doing? What you mean it's not your place?
Robert is the one that's pretty much putting it
Robert's
together.
in charge?
Yeah.
But then you damn sure ain't getting the coin flip. That was a bunch of crap last night. I'll just
No. That was fair.
Oh,
and square.
no.
That was fair and square between two friends. That was fair and square.
Robert never agreed to it, and it's on camera.
Yes, he
pushed
did
him
agree
in.
to it.
No, he didn't.
Robert, did you agree to it or not?
Nope. It's on camera, Mr. Robert. It's videoed. It's on your live. It's very easy to go back and watch.
No,
Never
he
agreed to
said, okay, he said yes.
Nope.
That's what he said.
He kept repeating. So, so John, you want me to?
And then he
Yes.
said,
For
okay.
the coin flip,
And he
and
said,
he repeated
okay.
it 4 times, and he never said okay. And you kept
Yes, he
pushing.
did.
Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Don't look at the thing. Who was it, John? Mr. Roberts like, I'm not gonna look at the screen. Let's see. I think it was Daddy. It was Daddy with Cajun Hydroponics. It was Daddy.
And as soon as he said that, he lost.
But he never agreed.
Yes, he did.
Nope.
And he knows he did.
Nope. You
I
see,
don't
he's
know,
being
John.
quiet.
I don't know, John. I have not. That's hey, hold on, everybody's got to stop. The Queen of Rebel Canning has entered the house.
Right, Tammy?
Y'all
We
wasn't
got
paying
Rebel Canners in here.
attention. We're high already.
I have not had a chance to review my live stream from last night.
I can go back and make a video if you like of the live stream and the whole thing, and I can.
Why don't you screen record that one little segment? It only took about 5 minutes.
You really
That
want me to
one
do that,
segment.
John?
Yeah, I do, because you guys are all mistaken and people are thinking that I'm cheating. And Robert, sir, I didn't come up here to argue with you, but I am going to warn you that it is in your best interest to fulfill your bet.
What is my debt?
Your debt is you owe me that coin so I can do the flip, because I won.
How do I owe you this coin?
Because the coin was a part of the bet.
The coin was a part of the bet. I do not remember the coin being a part of the bet.
Robert, I'm going to leave it at it's at your best interest to send me that coin for the flip.
Maybe we have got the queen of indoor
I can't hear.
apartment growing in here.
Can you shut that little bastard up?
No, John, we've been trying for 2 years and you just won't.
Oh,
The Cajun Clips, boy, the voiceovers are going to be coming back this year, coming back strong.
what is going on up in Washington State? The queen of vermicompost inside an apartment.
What happened? She muted herself.
She's probably taking care of the dog, John. You hollered
That's
at her.
right. That because that little
You'd be
bastard won't
ashamed
shut
of
up.
yourself.
I'm telling you what, John, I'm looking at this my half a dollar, my little silver $50. I picked that up a few years ago, and it's
Yeah, well,
been.
why don't you pass it on to Cape Cod?
Hey, brother, this is
It's a
it's been on a
64.
bunch of my videos.
It's a 64 Lincoln
It's a Lincoln.
or whatever the hell it is.
Oh my God, who let you in here? This is a Kennedy $50, 64.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lincoln Kennedy. What's the difference?
Yeah, I know, but I have made a bunch of videos with this exact coin. I have pulled it out of my pocket and made many boring videos telling people how they can save money with this coin. And you want to try to, like, sneak it away from me.
You
So how I
lost it.
feel about that, John.
Don't do it, Mr. Robert. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't give it up. If he does a Marsha video before Shed Wars, do not. Because he's wagging that thing. Don't do it. So
I'm
ready
gonna
for
I'm gonna be quiet and give Miss Q some time to jump in here and talk.
As soon as she unmutes, she can have the floor. Yep. I got me a good idea for John C's starting video for a Cajun voiceover, of course.
Oh boy.
Yep. Oh God. Everybody's like, you got a YouTube channel? What you do? I do Cajun voiceovers and always
I
show
would
them.
talk, but there's just too much going on over here.
We do what?
I didn't understand anything she said.
I was talking. I'm sorry, Q. Yep. I always show the people the fishing video. Go ahead, Q.
It's all right.
Hi Q, how are you?
I
Technical
always
dip-
show them your fishing video, John.
Good, John. I want to talk to you. Thank you.
Go ahead.
So, I'm good, John, but we're going to talk about this thing you did last night.
What thing did I
You
do
know, this
last night?
thing where you tricked Robert.
What do you mean I
thinking that
tricked him?
he was.
I didn't trick him. Everybody was there live. Everybody was watching. I simply made a bet. He took the bet and he lost.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? Y'all didn't shake on it anyway, so.
Well,
All right,
well,
now
in
John's
the,
messing with
in the
my
YouTube
computer.
world, our
You just
word
talk
is a
away, John.
handshake.
I've got to get out. For some reason, my computer is glitching out. Huh?
What did you say?
You made my computer glitch out, John.
John, you doing that computer voodoo on Q's computer?
I guess.
She probably gonna restart it and come back. Look, John, That's the difference between Lincoln and Kennedy.
Right.
100 years. But so you got anything started, John?
Just germination testing. A lot of different germination testing. And
Why do you,
so far so good.
why do you do a germination testing before you start, for the season? You just
Well,
throw those plants away that you start, those seeds after, or
most likely, yeah. Most likely. No, it's when I germinate, like it usually like 3-year-old seed packages or older. They start accumulating, and before
right?
you know it, like I'll show you. Like I'm gonna be doing germination testing on these. Where's my cam? Look at all these peppers. There's I have over 60 different packages of peppers, and they're all duplicates, quadruplets, and I'm gonna germinate. I'm gonna do a test on them, and whatever comes. Whatever doesn't, I throw out the package.
I just add. I fill up the row with them, get them done.
Well, and
'Cause I kill so
also,
many.
now that I'm a little bit away from the oyster industry, it also is giving me the opportunity to take, Will It Grow itself to actually reality world and start a little business.
There you go.
Yeah,
Tell us
yeah,
about it.
I already got the licenses all taken care of. Now it's just a matter of now I got a woman working with me for public relations parts and accountings and all that, advertising. So it should be fun, something different.
I'm looking forward, John. That sounds cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
I look forward to it.
Partially retired and getting into other things is nice.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I hope to be able to sell plants, and I'm actually going to look into a nursery license next year. We go to the CPA this week, Tuesday, I think it is, and I'm going to talk to them about it for the small farm, see what we need to do for it. Also, starting a little nursery to be able to sell plants over here, and trying to expand. We do want to be able to, like we said earlier, sell blackberries and different things like that, plants. So
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, now I have the room because my whole basement I turned, since the oldest kid moved out to college. So I ended up getting the whole basement, and I turned that whole thing into a grow room. And I have the greenhouse outside that I built. So,
it's still holding up for you?
oh yeah, that thing doesn't budge.
Where's the remote?
The cattle panel greenhouse is a strong structure. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and it's so cheap and easy to make.
Yeah. I built mine for about $250 with the pressure treated wood and the cattle panel and the plastic.
Yeah, and see, you got the good plastic.
Right.
I didn't even get the. I don't. If you don't get the greenhouse plastic,
Yeah.
it will only last for one season here in Alabama. That's it.
Right.
That
You
that
need
it.
the greenhouse UV rated, professional greenhouse plastic. It's pricey, but it's going to last you 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah. But people can, in a pinch, they can make one and use the construction plastic.
Yep.
I've still got a bunch of it. I got another roll in there, but it's one of those things where you can buy cheap or you can buy quality. And that greenhouse plastic, it costs 2 or 3 times as much as the plastics you get at the hardware store. But it's going to last you longer.
Places like Amazon now, though, it makes it so much better. Once you know the size you need, you're able to order a lot closer instead of having to order such a big roll, like a 30 by 100 roll or 20 by 100 roll. Places like Amazon really help out, the overall expense of, buy a whole roll at Lowe's or something like that of the regular plastic, and you have to replace it every year. So that comes into the time also. The amount of time is money.
Well, shut up, you little bastard!
Been trying to get you to do that the whole time, John. You never will.
I need to check into that because, I have never bought anything off of Amazon. They tell you there's like one guy that hasn't. I'm the guy. I haven't bought anything.
Robert, I can promise you it's one of the greatest shopping experiences ever. You don't ever have to lift your ass off the seat, and within a day or two, it's right at your doorstep.
It's overly addictive. It makes it way too easy.
It is too easy. It's a click of 2 buttons. Add to cart, check out, and that's it. It sets up your credit card account. It sets up everything. And within 2 days, if you have Prime, it's literally, actually, there's been certain products that I've ordered at like 9 o'clock at night, and by 1 in the afternoon the next day, it's already here.
Yeah, that don't happen no more.
My neighbor, a UPS truck is backing up at my neighbor's house just about every day of the week. There for a while, he was getting stuff every day of the week. I'm like, what are you doing over here? This is how we do all of our shopping, or most of it, he says. I'm like, wow.
Well, like the tomato clips, I can't find the tomato clips cheaper than on Amazon. The paint strainers, I get them for about 75 cents a paint strainer for my 5-gallon buckets in the greenhouse, as opposed to $1.50 to $2 a piece locally
at a local hardware store. Yeah. I totally like those tomato clips. I bought them last year for the growing up the string there. I mean, honestly, for the price, they're dirt cheap, and you get so many of them. And I don't think they last more than a year because I don't have the patience or the fingers to unclip them when the season's done. So I just throw them away with the twine.
I try to keep them, and what I use them for is I'll put them on the lower parts of the plant, the reused ones. I'll put them on the lower parts of the plants, and then as putting more weight on, I use new clips, because I don't want to take a chance of a whole bunch of tomatoes falling on the ground because the clip broke. Also, if I'm putting them close together, going through it, putting them close together, I'll use the old ones because it's a lot less likely that more than one will break. But
I missed it. Sheena's saying hi, Johnny boy. Hi, Sheena.
No, she's making
No, she said it. Go ahead. Lie to me and say she didn't put it on the chat saying hi, Johnny boy.
She didn't. I'll put it up for you. It just said Johnny boy.
Yeah, that's as good as hi, Johnny boy.
In your mind. Okay.
Well, hello, Sheena.
You really can't beat the prices on a lot of the things from Amazon. The shade cloths for the little greenhouses like that, you're able to purchase them for almost nothing. I had one of them little, I think it's 6x6 or 6x8 Harbor Freight greenhouses. The plastic and everything around it broke off years ago when my aunt uses it, or my nanny. She uses it in Delcom now. But she bought a little shade cloth for it. I think maybe 10 by 14, the shade cloth. And I think she paid $15 for it. Locally, they wanted almost $60.
I mean, I don't know if you do it, Danny, but when I'm on Amazon and I'm buying something like either it's a grow light or anything that I haven't bought before, is usually I'll copy the name of the product, and then I'll open YouTube on a different tab and I'll paste it, and I want to see YouTube reviews on that product.
I usually just read the reviews on Amazon because
No, I want to see him live on someone actually
Using
working
it?
with it on YouTube.
yeah, I
So it
don't
gives
do
me
that.
a really better perspective of like, oh, and like sometimes, they say, oh, this light is, 5 by 28. And then it's like to get the true dimensions, like, okay, I want to see it on somebody's hand on YouTube. And then when you go look at it, it's like, oh my God, this thing is super, super tiny. Nope, not for me. That's not what I want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the grow lights, all the grow lights I bought was basically at a 25% cost because they gave me some to test, and then they gave me I told them the only way I would test it is if I didn't want just one, I wanted a bunch of them. So that's the only thing that I really bought like that. Now, your garden implements, which apparently was slightly misconstrued as other things that Sheena sent you, those garden implements, they were bought off of Amazon also. They were relatively cheap. So, and you're going to need to show us a video of you using them, the dibblers, John, and the flower power pollinator. You gotta show us all that, how you use them, how they're done. You should, it'd be great for your channel. You're not going to talk. Do that for the dibblers. Q, y'all do need to do a ladies' night. Y'all do. Sheena can stay here, and I'm going to go to the bars. Okay, John.
What?
Sheena said that you need to do a video on your dibblers and your flower power pollinator. Also, you need to do a review video on YouTube for all that.
Yeah, maybe one day.
I can't even find mine. Colt stole it, and I don't know. He hides it because I turn it off.
Let me tell you something. That little thing is dangerous. It is one of the most dangerous things I have ever had in this house.
Why?
Because if you forget that the darn thing is on, and you also forget where you put it, and let's just say you get up in the middle of the night, okay, and go taking a walk through, and then you accidentally put your hand down on that button at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it goes off underneath your hand, and it's really quiet in the house. You will come unglued. I have done that like twice now. So we'll have to put that in a protective case somewhere and take the batteries out of it.
Colt sneaks up behind me, tries to scare me with it. But his ninja technique is not at that point yet to where he can still sneak up on me real quiet. But he's working on it.
The competition's getting younger, brother.
Robert, did you get the email from Gear today?
The email from Gear?
Yeah.
Don't think so, because I may have missed some.
Yeah, he sent me an email.
Oh, what did he say in that email?
He said he would love to be in my team.
That's not what he said earlier.
Look, I'm just saying what he said. He said he would love to be a part of my team. And I told him, I said, look, I'll add you to the draft list. That's what I replied.
You know, anytime you talk, the little hairs on the back of my neck go up because I know there's something sneaky and underhanded being said with every word you're trying to do.
Well, wow,
And
you're
I
not
know
the
it
first
is.
person to say that. I really make hairs rise, don't I?
Yeah.
But turn this off before I get in trouble.
I'm just sitting here. You know what? You want that coin of mine so bad. I'm trying to think of. I don't think you want it at all.
Oh no, you're gonna send it to me. I'm gonna request and demand that you send it to me.
Well, I'm going to demand you pay some kind of price for it. How about that, Mr.
What?
Big Yankee, Mr. Blowtorch Mouth Yankee? How about that?
What you want?
I
you
got
want
an
me to
idea.
pay-
I got an idea what he got to do. I got an idea.
What's that?
He needs to do a video showing how the dibblers and the flower power pollinator work in his mankini.
Oh,
That ain't gonna happen.
I got it.
oh my God. We're trying to bring people into the Shed Wars community.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to label it Shed Wars.
Oh,
A day in the life of John is what it needs to be labeled.
Not happening.
oh,
I don't think you need to send an email to both. I think you just one or the other.
you know what, John? No, if you did that, you'd be picking up. You'd probably have $1 million contract with Tractor Supply.
Yeah, Gear, or anybody that's when you do not need to send it to both of us because we share emails, we forward them back and forth with each other, and we're pretty caught up on the whole list. So we stay in pretty good contact about that.
How many people are we looking at about right now? I know it's still early.
Oh, it's growing.
My list is at 18.
Good.
Let me see here. 18. Well, you're gonna have to add another couple of people. We'll talk about that later. Let
Yeah.
me
Also, yes. There's like 2 or 3 that I haven't told you yet.
let me put down there gear. I have got 1 or 2 that you may not be aware of since last
Did you
night.
did you add the Marshmallow Man?
The Marshmallow Man. Let's see. No, because I'm just finding out about him. All right.
And I was in contact with the Cosmic Cultivators today as well.
Okay. All right. Well, we got them then. The gear.
How they doing, John?
What's that?
What's that?
How's the Cosmic Cultivators doing?
They're doing good. They're just grinding through a lot of work. Excuse me, but they're doing good. They're looking forward to the new gardening season.
Yeah, I got them. I just heard from Chris earlier today. But it's I think that with the changes that we're making, and more people hearing about what we're doing anyhow, I think we'll have a few more people join up. But whoever does, it's going to be to the benefit of them. You know, it's going to be an awesome year.
And if anyone, says that, oh no, it's too difficult, then it's like we've made it as easy as possible.
Well, how you made it as easy as possible?
Well, I'm not going to explain the details here. Robert is going to be releasing a video explaining all of that.
Yeah, but not today.
Not
Probably
today. Robert, did I say today?
Danny, what we're doing, we're lowering it down to the ground.
You're in trouble now, John.
Well, hello, Sheena. Nice to see you.
You're in big trouble.
Why is that?
Saying I said hi to you.
You did.
You need your glasses checked.
No, you did say hi to me. It's okay. Danny's not jealous. It's okay.
No, I'm not.
What's
And you
that
didn't even
supposed
see
to
my
mean?
comment. I said I should have my own team. I should be a team captain.
Oh, well, join the club. There's a lot of people that would love to be captains.
She's not. Don't worry. Thought you was saying. Yeah, since Sheena got here, the dog's going crazy also. I'm looking forward to it. I was just hoping y'all be able to, give us a little bit more insight. And yep.
The video will be released really, really, really soon.
That's
So,
good. I'm gonna be first on that one.
So what's this question like for to see whoever was in Shed Wars is going to come back this year?
What's that now?
The email or whatever to see who's going to come back this year again for Shed Wars from last year.
Well, yeah, that's the way that you gain entry into the Shed Wars draft and in the community is, or possibility of that is you send us an email and tell us you want to get in or you're interested in it, that kind of thing. If you want to get in, send us in an email, and then we can check you out, check out your channel, make sure you're not a knucklehead, and then we'll let you know if we want you in, basically. Because in the past, we have opened it up and said, hey, if you would like to join us, then make an entry video. We'll review those and then give you the answer. But what we found out is that people were using that as a way to gain access to the community and do some hurtful things. So we just going to nip that in the bud. But
Okay,
we are interested in many people. What you gonna say, John?
No, I was just gonna, touch up on what you were saying, and to answer Lewis's question, basically, is if there's a channel, a YouTube gardening channel that we have no idea who they are, we've never heard of them, send us an email with your interest, and then we want to go to your channel. We want to look at your channel and see, are you legitimate? Are you an asshole? Are you a jerk?
Yeah.
And then we'll make a judgment.
John.
Well,
Okay. I understand. So
Hey.
can I just tell, instead of sending you the email, can I just tell you guys now that I'd like to be in Shed Wars this year again?
Yes, Lewis. Yes, I said it about 5 minutes ago to add you to the list. Yes, Lewis.
Okay.
I'll make an exception for you.
Okay. Thanks, John.
But hey, look, a perfect example, Danny, that you just made. That if I wasn't the creator of Shed Wars and I tried to get into Shed Wars, most likely a channel like me or myself would not be allowed in with
Why?
these regulations. Because I'm just I can be a rude, obnoxious loudmouth.
How do I get in?
I have no idea. Not by my voting. That's the issue I've had with you for 3 years. Is you got in, and I wanted no part of you.
Oh,
See, the
funny.
problem now is I never wanted you in.
But now you can't get rid of me.
Yeah, because
That-
I'm still outvoted because the whole community freaking loves you.
I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, me neither. See, that's the whole thing is me neither. But every person loves you for some reason.
They just like me to put you in your place.
You've been trying. It still hasn't happened.
What?
Does it look like I've changed any?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you've gotten a lot quieter.
a lot more gray hairs too.
You don't go up in your chest. Rah, 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 rah. How many times you wagged that finger last year?
Well, last year I was really sick for a long time.
Just last. I'm gonna need that. You going to bed, Chubbs?
No, I'm hungry.
Awesome crawfish. We'll get off of here.
No.
The queen has made it home.
Yes,
Where's the king cakes, Sheena?
that sounds
No.
so good.
I worked 15 hours, got off at 11 p.m. last night, drove 45 minutes home, woke up at 4:30, went back to work from 7 in the morning to 7 at night.
Oh my God.
Off tomorrow and do 3 15s in a row.
You don't work like a double and then a 12-hour?
Yep.
And then
Good Lord.
3 doubles in a row.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a rough schedule. Wow.
I do that every day at work.
That's a rough schedule.
Not for a grown man.
Oh.
yeah, but you do it for 2 weeks, all right, and then you're off for 2 weeks, right? Something like that. I don't know.
I've actually done it before when my adult kids were still in school. I stayed offshore as long as 10 months 1 year. And it was never less than 8. I always stayed extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you work all the way through, or did you still get the 2 weeks off?
No, I stayed offshore. I would go home I would go out for 3 weeks and then come home for a week, or go out. Like when COVID hit, I stayed almost 6 months offshore.
Mm.
Almost 6 months straight. I came home, I think it was 4 nights, 5 nights. Because after you're out there for so long, they make you come home for the night and then go back.
Yeah, that's like the scallopers, the scallop boats here in New Bedford. They go out for like 24 days and then they stay home for 2 months.
Oh, that's not bad. 24 on.
Tell them I chose it.
24
Yeah.
days on and then 60 days off.
Yeah. Well, Sheena's doing it on her own. She wants to do it.
But in those 24 days, those scallopers are bringing in, $140,000. So I mean, some guys do one trip and they're like, okay, I've made my money for the year, and they head to Florida. See ya.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
some good money.
Oh yeah, scalloping. Ooh.
What is that? It's kind of like the crab, catching the crabs, or
No, they go. It's the sea scallopers. They go all the way to the Canadian border there, and so they're dragging up sea scallops all 24 hours a day in those draggers, and just go 24 hours a day. The boats don't stop.
Shoo.
But they're coming back to dock with millions of dollars worth of sea scallops.
Right.
There's a story from when I was a little younger. There's this guy that I know that he bought a farm next to ours, right? And he had a barn. The old barn there he picked up the old barn on the property and lived in that. And he would be there he'd be living there for, I don't know, half the year. And you could see his truck and everything. They see him around town, and you wouldn't see him. And they asked him, I said, what kind of thing do you do? He said, well, I'm a fisherman in Alaska. And we do this for just a short amount of time. And then I come back here, when we're off, and I make I don't know, $100,000 or something, he said. And then let's take the rest of the year off, and I stay here or go around to other places and hang out and have fun. So, okay. So that was pretty cool. And we found out that was just a cover story.
A cover story.
It's a cover story. He is a mercenary.
Oof.
He's a mercenary, and he met up with the bullet that got him in the Floribama club. Yeah, it finally caught up to him. He was in the Floribama. He was killed in that bar, and that's when everything come out about him, and we found out actually what he did for a living.
Dang.
Whoa, he was some merc the whole time. He was a merc hiding out in the hills.
That's a cool story.
That's all.
Yeah, about a mile down the street from me, there's the two massive greenhouses, and all they do is the owner there is he comes up in April fully stocks. He buys his own plant. He buys plants. He brings them in from Jiffy or whoever company, and he just sells all the way through August, and then he's done. He makes so much money out of those 2 greenhouses, and then he just shuts it down and boop, gone. He disappears.
Mr. Bill at Little White Door, he's up in New York, and I mean, he just does it as a hobby, and he sells out all of his plants, starts them, and I mean, if I could get that much money selling the plants, I'd have quit my job already offshore.
What are you paying? Let's say, what's the market down there? Let's say if you were to go buy a, a decent.
If I went out there and
like,
I got 160 for big beef tomato plants,
yeah,
4 to 6 inches tall, $1.50 a plant. I just went and bought them. I know exactly what they cost. That's from the local nursery. Bonnie's or whatever they set up at Tractor Supply and Lowe's and all that. They're $5 a freaking plant now.
Yeah, see, the formula is when I get my plants and I'm going to be doing the transplanting and everything, the formula, I'm going to be selling plants as well. My formula is I'm going to charge $1 per inch on my plants. That's the formula that's going right around here. So if I'm going to sell you a transplant of a tomato or pepper, if it's in a 3-inch cup, that's a $3 plant.
Right.
If it's 4-inch, $4, 5-inch, $5, and so forth and so forth.
Mr. Bill's selling his out of solo cups and getting between $3 and $5 a plant.
Well, that's how big it. That's cheap because the still those cups are what, 6 inches.
Yeah, I think that's how they do it up here in Canada. Depending on what's being grown, the price will vary a little bit. But by the sounds of the way your guys are describing it, like $1 an inch.
Yeah, it's $1 an inch. That's my formula, is $1 an inch. I mean, if you want it in a 1-inch little, 10-20 tray or 2-inch, okay, yeah, I'm gonna sell you, okay, $1.50, $2.
Yeah, if it's the more work, I think it gets a little more expensive, or if it's like raspberries or grapes or stuff you got to propagate, right? So, they'll vary because it's a little more work to propagate them, right? So they'll be a little bit more, but like your tomatoes and peppers and that, right?
Yeah. Around here, $1.50 at the most you'll get for tomatoes. It doesn't. Now, if you got them in a gallon pot and they're 3 feet tall, you might get $12, $15 for them. But you're not going to get much difference between. Very few people want them in the 4-inch pots because the root systems are too big. They're going to be breaking off the flowers off of it to let the plant establish itself in the ground before the plant's large enough to grow.
And I agree that is accurate. Where, believe it or not, where the younger the plant goes into the ground, the better it does.
I like them to be about 4 to 6 inches tall. Put them in the buckets and put them in the ground.
Yeah, that's a young plant.
Right.
Tiny little plant.
Right. But putting them in a 4-inch cup and having them in about 8 to 10 inches, it's cool to have a plant like that. I just don't find that they do as well. And now if you lay it down,
the mindset up here in my market is they see anything in a 4-inch, 4-inch cup, they're like, oh, yep, that's the one I want. I want that, because they see a bigger pot, and in their mind, they're like, oh, that's a better plant because it's in a bigger pot. But it's not necessarily true.
No. And
you know what's expensive up here too is sweet potato slips.
Oh yeah, here also
very expensive.
6 sweet potato slips for $3.
Yeah, they're expensive. That's why I have a very, very, very good friend of mine that's going to be growing sweet potato slips for me. She's actually here in the chat, believe it or not.
That's hard to believe, John, that you have a friend, much less a very, 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 very good friend.
Well, she said she's my very, very, very good friend, and she said she would grow me tomato slips, sweet potato slips, and that I would purchase them from her. So I'm
Who's that,
assuming she's
Q?
going to come through.
Who would help you, John?
Robert, I'm not going to mention, but you would be surprised.
She might be able to make some extra money on the side if you got extras. I might buy some.
Yeah, I mean,
Mine's way far behind.
I contacted her and I said I need about this many, and she was more than happy to take on the challenge, and I will pay for shipping. I will buy them from her.
Q. I just seen what she said in here.
What did she say?
Q's growing them for you. What are you doing, Q?
I never said Q was growing up.
No, she just outed herself in there. You don't sell that man nothing. Don't give him nothing. Can't be helping him.
Q, I will. I didn't know that you were interested in growing them for me, Q. But I will definitely text you after this live and give you a time frame if you can get them up and going.
I am not believing what I say there. She's sitting there trying to help the enemy.
I never said that. She's the one saying that. I didn't say Q.
No, you didn't say nothing. Nothing much, but you left me a clue.
You done tried to buy her 3 different times, John. She's not.
I mean, it could. Hey, look, I could be talking about Tammy. You know.
Tammy don't like you either.
What do you mean Tammy doesn't like me either? I think Tammy likes me.
Nope.
I didn't give the man nothing. I'm offended that you should say something like that here in the chat.
Look what she just said, Robert. She
I
said,
know.
Homestead Aquarius, you gave him your coin toss.
No, I didn't give you a damn thing.
Yeah, you did last night. See, even Q is agreeing that you gave it to me. That's it.
I
Oh,
did.
now I'm going to relax and smoke a nice cigarette and have a nice cold beer.
I didn't give you nothing. Give you nothing. That's that's offensive what you just put in there. You have to see it and you're going to help this man by giving him some of your high power plants. You know, you're going to put that in there. You're going to hit me. Maybe you want to go to work for him. Maybe you want to be on his team. Might be where you wind up.
I'll be on your team, Robert.
You'll be on my team?
Yeah.
Robert, you're doing this all on your own. I did not mention Q's name whatsoever. I did not force her to type what she did. So this is, my hands are clean on this one.
Well, I'm glad you. Yeah, right. Whatever.
Lewis, is there something funny, Lewis?
No.
Well, I see you over there giggling. Is there something funny?
Nope.
We gave me the clues.
It's funny to hear you stuttering, John.
We ain't even started the season in, and you've been working behind the scenes and doing all kind of sneaky stuff, and we ain't even in
have
the
been
season.
doing no such thing. Not me, Robert. Not
You-
me.
you- oh,
I would never do anything behind the scenes.
You know, on the subject of sweet potatoes, and I'm just a voice out there in the night screaming this out to people. There is no reason to go and buy sweet potato slips once you know how to grow them. Once somebody is going to the store or wherever, get your sweet potato, grow the first slips yourself, and then just keep growing them. And when you plant them out, you plant your slips out, and you can have you can have one plant that you keep in the house all year long or in the winter, and just let it grow. They grow so good in the house, and you can make your own slips all winter long. And
Robert, I have tried that. I agree with you. I have tried and I have failed miserably. So I reached out to a friend, and the friend said she'd be more than happy to do it for me.
yeah,
And I'll leave it at that. And I'm willing to help out that friend by paying shipping and by giving her a little extra money.
I think that's a good thing, because there's a lot of people that can't grow them, you know.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Yeah, that works out. That works out. It's a good business. Good
John's
business.
all about the backdoor deals.
That's-
He- he-
That's why the mankine's shaped like that.
No, there's no. I don't participate in backdoor dealing.
That's a Yankee snuggling.
Yep.
John, you tried to talk me into being on your team.
What?
I already knew it's gonna be on Mr. Roberts' team.
I just wanted to see your reaction.
You shouldn't have admitted to it.
Even Colt was mad last year when he was on.
Oh, the dude was upset. We can't be on that man's team.
That's funny. Out of
And
the
he knows
mouths of
karate
babes.
now. He knows karate now.
Well, Q, Danny gave you the link. Are you going to come up and defend yourself against Robert's attack?
It's weird hearing that thing go off and it's not in my hands.
We tried to find one with a frog sound, but
Yeah.
then we couldn't.
I'm
find it.
gonna keep looking, and I'll send it.
Mhm. I got one of them.
I'm keeping it.
Mhm.
Mr. Robert likes it when I send him gifts. Unlike John. John don't like his gifts.
John don't even. Yeah.
Mr. Robert loves my gifts. Everything I send him, he loves.
He even did a video showing the gifts.
Yes.
You have it, John.
Yeah, he has to stuff him.
That's what? It's, I see what you're saying. John, it was cold. And, performance issues gives us, cold gives us performance issues. Have to go look for it.
Okay, Q is here to defend herself against the accusations you are making against her, Robert.
But let's hear from you, Q. Sitting there growing stuff to aid and abet the enemy. What are you doing?
What? What are you doing?
You're growing plants
Hey, girl. Hey.
to give to John. But you're not giving them to him, so
No, I was just hitting that I have potato slips, and if he wanted them, I could be his friend.
be his friend.
Yeah, he suspended me.
I mean, Q, that sounds wonderful, sweetie. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit further about that. You want to be my
Okay.
friend? I have no issues with that. If we can, be a little civil and exchange, a couple of things.
But we can't be civil until you stop messing with my captain there. You got him thinking that he gave you, or that you won
Well-
the coin toss from him, and you didn't, because you see, he, like Danny said, he never agreed to it.
I'm pretty sure he did. Robert, you're
No,
right
you
here.
might want to go look at it again, John, because he didn't, and therefore the coin toss was not given to you unless Robert's giving it to you. You did not win the coin
I'm-
toss in a bet, John.
I'm not
pretty
smart, but I'm very perceptive of all things going on around me, John.
I am going to go back to that segment, and I do believe he said, okay.
No, he never said okay. He was just trying to remember who his first pick was, and we were
I
trying
can
to tell
guarantee,
him.
I can pretty much guarantee all of you that I heard him say, okay.
He might have said, "I'm not okay with this."
He didn't say, I'm not okay. He said, okay.
Well,
Not okay.
Danny and I will
hey,
have to go look at it
Q,
again.
since you're so confident. Hey,
You
Q,
don't trust you,
would you
Josh.
would you like to make a bet? Let me get on camera here.
Oh,
Would you like to make a bet with me that he did say okay?
No, I don't make deals with the devil, John.
Well, you don't have confidence that he said okay? Because I'll bet you some sweet potato slips that he did say okay. How about it?
John.
I'll pay for shipping and you give me the sweet potato slips for free.
No.
Are
will
you
not allow
that
that.
confident, Q? Now, are you that confident that he did not say okay?
I am very confident that you cannot be trusted not to twist this around like the devil himself.
So why don't you take the bet?
Because no matter what she says, you're going to.
Exactly, just like
No,
Dan-
it's on the live. It's recorded. I can't change what he said on the
See,
live.
that's
so
why Danny's Robert's.
Danny, what do you want to take up that bet? If we go back and look at that, and he said the word okay on that subject of the bet, you'll send me sweet potato slips.
You ain't going to want my sweet potato slips. They suck worse than yours.
Well,
I just have potatoes sitting in the damn in the dirt. They're like
Q.
They like the size of your hands, John. My sweet potato slips are like that.
So Q, think about it, huh? Okay.
Danny, did you just say it's like a hand job? It looks about like that.
Wait, do what?
What the hell did she just say?
Oh,
She
What
was
did you
just
say,
saying that
Q?
if you just finished giving yourself a hand job.
He's barking again. I'm sorry.
this is not a official Shed Wars event.
No, it's not.
All right, John, I'll take you. But I'm fairly
take
certain
that
like
bet?
the devil went down to Georgia. I'm going to regret this.
I'll take your bet.
Right here, it's official. She just said, "I'll take that bet." So we're both gonna go back and review that.
Ooh,
I will
I'll
pay
get in on that
shipping.
bet. I'll get in on that bet.
Well, I want something else from you because I'm gonna win the slips from her. I'm gonna think about what I want from you.
Well, I know what I want from you.
Well, I ain't gonna lose.
Well, then you shouldn't have to worry about it then. You're gonna have
Well,
to
what
wear
do-
your
what do you want
mankini
from- what
and
do you
show
want
the
from me?
dibblers. You're gonna have to wear the mankini and show the dibblers how you use the dibblers and the flower power pollinator.
Oh, yes, definitely.
How confident are
We'll call
you?
it the triple.
Oh,
Where'd it go? John?
y'all be
John,
careful
you gotta
with
get
him.
check that plumbing.
Be careful with that man, because I don't know what happened last night.
And we're going to make him have a heat stroke.
He
Robert, I'm
somehow
telling you, Robert, if you don't just admit to it right now, what happened last night, that you did say yes or okay, that a lot of your friends here are going to be losing a lot of bets. So it's
Well, now
on your
you put me
conscience,
under
Robert.
some-
This is on you.
Look, dude, I haven't reviewed it yet, and you're taking advantage of me, and you know, I'm older-ish, and maybe I need a little time to make these decisions and all. But
I think that's a
didn't-
very smart thing for my captain to do is take some time to review it.
yeah,
Oh.
I think so. I don't.
The,
You know-
the only olderish person that I've known of lately that needs time to review anything is lives in the White House down in Washington D.C.
He's younger than me.
Well, as long as he don't need his
Kennedy
butt
or
wiped, I
Lincoln
guess
there
we're
right
all
now?
right, John.
John, who? Kennedy or Lincoln?
I want Kennedy.
Oh, see, now you know. You're learning it. We're teaching John history now.
I was listening to it on my drive home from work. And then they had all the roads blocked because of the parade. Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's a mess. I don't remember. I remember the coin toss and you saying make a bet, and I did take a bet about who my first pick was, and if I could remember who my first pick was, my memory ain't. I didn't think my memory was that bad, and I did. I lost that bet. Okay, I think
you lost it.
I think I remember that, John.
Okay, right there. He just said, I remember taking the bet and I lost the bet. Thank you.
No, I think, John.
Thank you.
I think he said he couldn't quite remember and he needs to review it.
Okay, look, but nowhere do I remember offering you my coin, my Kennedy $50 coin in that bet. I do not remember any of that at all.
I included the coin in backwards English, and I believe you understood it.
Oh, the Yankee English.
1 hour and 19 minutes and 41 seconds is where it kind of starts to heat up about talking about it.
Okay, I'll go back and review it.
We can play it right now.
As far as I'm concerned, you can buy that coin from me. I can't see it.
$1 million.
I'm thinking let's see. It's maybe a half an ounce of silver. That's probably worth about 400 pounds of weight, in the garden. I could buy a lot of groceries for that silver, see.
Hey there, Lee's Lens. First time seeing you. How you doing? Hope you're having a good evening.
That's 90% silver, 90% junk.
It's worth $1 million to Mr. Robert because it's his coin.
It can't be worth $1 million to him. I mean that much to him that he's willing to put it up on a bet.
I got scared for that coin. That one episode that I made where it was a thunderstorm to come up, I was out there messing around with my chocolate mint and putting them in some house shoes, and it was storming. All that lightning come up. I got out of there. Of course, it was around midnight too. I don't know. It was late that night, I think. I left that. I left my $50 piece and my glasses and 2 or 3 other things sitting out there with Wilson out there for all night. I think I went back out and got my glasses and then ran back in, man. Lightning was everywhere. But that don't mean I don't appreciate having it. Oh, that thing's been with me for a while.
We have 7 minutes for the 2 hours. We will be shutting down.
7 minutes. We got 7 minutes to go.
Yep.
You did a fine job, Danny. It was a good live.
I enjoyed it. I wasn't planning on it, like I told you. Lewis talked me into it. I was in the Let's Try Gardening. He's like, hey, you doing a live? No. And I had to go back and read. Yes, right. In 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I got to get my coffee started. I was like, no, I'm tired. Sheena's been at work all day, blah, blah. Delete. Yes. Okay, I'll do it. Talk me into it.
That's not what you told me.
What I told you, John.
You told me is I don't want to do a live because I might get shit-faced and I have to plant.
I said tomorrow. I wasn't doing karaoke.
And that's true.
I said I wasn't doing karaoke because I will get shit-faced and I have 200 tomato plants to put in the greenhouse tomorrow. Oh, so, yeah, I didn't want to be out there still drunk or with a hangover.
Okay. And you did a fine job. You're going to be nice and fresh tomorrow morning, ready to go.
3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be drinking my coffee. 4 o'clock, I'll be out there circulating them tanks one more time, getting the Purolite good and saturated and making sure I don't have no more leaks and getting it done.
And I'll be sleeping.
No. She got yard duty tomorrow. She got to cut the grass. She got to clean the flower beds.
Yeah, after she wakes up.
I got house cleaning and groceries.
She better not say after she wakes up, because that's going to be 3 o'clock.
I'm gonna tell you something. As much heat and humidity y'all got down there, perfect conditions to grow a jungle. It would drive me crazy. I would just about have to be scheduling napalm runs on my place. You know, because you look away from it for a minute, and I bet it's done grown a foot.
She could tell you last year with the cherry tomatoes, we're not putting no cherry tomatoes in the greenhouses this year, because it was nothing. It really, you can go outside, prune it, come back in, go do something. And then that afternoon, when you make your rounds, you can see suckers that have grown 6 to 8 inches in 12 hours. It was just ridiculous trying to keep up with the cherry tomatoes.
And then we didn't even plant any it was some from last year that came up.
We had some on the side of the raised beds that popped up.
It was still coming up like
From 2
crazy.
years ago.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
hey,
that ought
Rob,
to be. You ought to do something special. You ought to get you like a cherry tomato, make like a cherry tomato temple, and just let it go crazy, you know. And in one little area, it'd be like that movie where they had the vines on that ancient Aztec temple. I forget what the name of it was. And the vines had these flowers that would sing,
Yeah.
and they had to keep it contained right there to that temple, because it's going to get loose and kill everybody.
why don't you fill up that strawberry tower with just all different varieties of cherry tomatoes, and just let them go wild?
Strawberry towels are taken down. I cleaned them
Yeah.
up. Go ahead, Lewis.
That's what I do with my cherry tomatoes. I didn't, you know how you got, when you plant them in the ground, you got the stands. I didn't bother with them. I just let them grow along the ground, and they rerooted. And then I would take one of the things and cut them off, right? One of the suckers, I guess, when they had lots of tomatoes on it. But you do lose some, right? Because there's like 6 or 8 tomatoes at one thing. So you might lose at every thing of batch of tomatoes there. You might lose a couple, right? But I got 200 pounds off of like 3 or 4 plants last year.
Yeah. Cherry tomatoes are the way to go. If you need to plant something to eat and have something to eat, cherry tomatoes are the way to go. You might not be able to put them on a tomato and put them on a sandwich and have a big slicer, but you're going to produce more off of one cherry tomato plant than you will off of most any other type of slicer plant.
And also, before we get off the air here, I want to congratulate Robert on his live yesterday. I don't know if many of you guys paid attention, but Robert set all kinds of records for his lives.
I don't see how.
Do you know that Robert, his peak high was, I believe, 39 or 40 people, and he kept 25 people in the chat for over 2 hours. That's pretty awesome.
I don't see how.
So, congratulations, Robert. I saw that. I was keeping track of it.
For something that I wasn't even thinking about doing, and you had talked me into it, you know, almost challenged.
Oh, here we go. I talked you into it. I'm always being blamed for something. I talked you into it.
Well, it worked out pretty good. I was pretty happy seeing everybody in there, and
Yeah. Good
but
thing
it
I
was-
talked you into it, right?
a good thing. But
Hey,
it was
Robert, are you
fun.
do you want to do a live out of this one?
Do I
think
want to
you
do a live?
Mr. Robert, you have 30 seconds. You can tell the other 4 people that's still in the chat to go meet you on your live, and you can start a live and you can work on your hours.
Oh Lord, I mean, I could use the hours, but no,
I'll go spend some time with you, Robert.
no, we have enough time. I don't think you start a live. I don't think I need to.
No, I'm not. I don't need the hours. You need the hours. I want to help you.
I don't know if I want to do a live tonight. I don't think I do.
Okay.
I've got the one I'm planning tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.
I'm
It's
going
gonna be a
to
hot mess.
I'm going to bed. 2 hours
All
ago.
right.
All
Okay.
right, Danny. You have a
night.
wonderful night.
Thank y'all for stopping by, everybody in the chat.
Q,
Lewis,
good night. Lewis, good night.
Q, John, with your little
Night,
shoulders.
Robert, good night.
Good
It
night.
has been fun. It's been fun, Danny. Thanks for having us up.
Oh, thank y'all
All
for
right.
stopping.
Bye,
Thank y'all for
everybody.
stopping by.
Y'all
I'm
be good.
Looking forward to the
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night.
Did John say we're going?